I wouldn't even really call this a K-pop tune. I think this is quite straight down the line pop. You know, they do things so well in the K-pop world. It's so slick. And BTS are really slickness personified. We knew that BTS were looking for what would be their first big breakout English spoken single. No one knew where to go with it, so it was a bit of a stab in the dark, but we did know they wanted something fun with tempo. The song was written over Zoom with myself and my writing partner Jessica Gomba. We're both British, we're both from London. Jess is from East London, I'm from West London. She's proper Cockney, she talks like that, she's a total character. There was certain references that we used. For example, I think we say something about pass the paracetamol. Pass the paracetamol to the director, I'm free tomorrow. Paracetamol in the UK is like a painkiller, like a Tylenol. We were just writing it from our point of view rather than writing it from a Korean point of view or for a US point of view. We just wrote what felt kind of right to us. We sent it over to Ron Perry with a batch of other songs. I get a call, a FaceTime from Ron Perry, and he was like, dude, they're taking Dynamite and we're going full steam ahead with it. I would have started with a tempo, what feels good, so I would have literally just clicked in, click, 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 because I felt as soon as I can start doing that in my, like that kind of chicken bop, like I can start almost hearing where I need to take it. I bring up a bunch of sounds, start to feel what's, you know, play around what's feeling good, and then I land on this sound. That's the butter. That's kind of what holds the whole thing together, really. Another big element of it is this live bass. We had to bring some energy to a pre-chorus. We've got a synth line, like a pad that opens up, and we've got like a high held thing that comes in. This really, I think, gives it a kind of a bit more weight on the bottom end, which again just kind of gives it a bit more body and makes it swell a bit more. We then have two kicks. We've got a bottom kick, we've got a top kick, which is just literally giving you click. We've got a punchy snare, we've got a fatter snare, and we've got like a disco clap here. We also have like a huh. Each section, the bass kind of opens up more and more. So it's kind of lo-fied in the first verse. It opens up a bit more in the pre-chorus. And then in the chorus, I layered the live bass with a Moog bass. That makes the bass in the hook brighter and just cut through a touch more, and also give it some more bottom end because it's a Moog. I then bring in two sets of keys which I'll play together, which is like a rock piano, like a kind of almost like an Elton John, really hard, glossy kind of 80s sounding piano. Another little guitar note comes in here, just running through it. So in the second verse, I don't bring too much else in, apart from a shaker loop that adds on top of the drums. Second pre-chorus, we bring in two new guitars. The second guitar is playing a bit more of like a reverbed out kind of riff. the main thing that changes in the second hook to the first hook is that you've got all those second pre-chorus elements in your second chorus. Now I bring in the horns. So the horns are a combination of samples, which I played in, and then I also have real live horns by a guy called Johnny Thurkel, who played the horns on Uptown Funk, and 24 other number ones. This was his 25th number one. My stack ones give them a bit more brightness and a bit more kind of like bite to them. There's a couple of little kind of like bangs and whooshes. At that point, I don't think I had the key change in. I think it was just a kind of a bit of a eureka moment. It was a bit of a trial and error, but it really just works. And because they can sing so well, it takes the whole thing over the top of it. After we add all these elements together, we end up with something that sounds like this. Only RM speaks really fluent English, and they all sing it so well. I mean, I'm just putting myself into their shoes, and if someone came to me and said, you've got to sing a song in Korean, I would just be like, how on earth am I supposed to do it? I wouldn't even know where to start. I'm a small part of what this is, but it's like I've been embraced as like one of their own, which is like incredible and very humbling and lovely to experience. I've made everything up to now that you would have heard in my bedroom, in my parents' house. I'm not there now, I'm in a studio now, and I've only been in here for 6 weeks, and I still look back like it's a new girlfriend, you know, that kind of like look back when you just meet your new girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever.